But in total, taking into consideration the CONOPS, the exit strategy of ATMIS by December 24, it will be applied. I'm going to speak a little bit about what the minister mentioned, highlighted on the ongoing operation. I think this is something that the international community is appreciating for many reasons. Number one, if you look at in many countries, the force, they can be given instruction to go and fight, but here you find that the leadership, the principal, the president himself is on the front line, which means that there is a political will from the authority, the president, the prime minister, ministers, and all principals, they are on the front line. This is number one. Number two, the ownership of this operation by all Somalis, because the Somalis, they feel that their enemy, number one, is Khawarij, Shabab, and number two is the drought. That's why the SNA, they are getting a lot of support from the ground, from people who are there in the ground in the federal member state. So ATMIS is supporting all those ongoing operations in terms of logistic support. We are using our air asset, our enablers, to provide air support, but at the same time, whenever something happens in terms of CASEVAC or MEDEVAC, so ATMIS is there to support them. We know that this requires a lot of resources and human resources, but also financial resources. So in terms of human resources, we know that the government of Somalia is committed to generate forces. We know that in Eritrea, we had like 5,000 people who have been sent there to be trained, 3,000 in Uganda, and some people have been sent to Egypt to be trained there, and Turkey. So recently, 3,000 among those who have been trained in Eritrea came back to Mogadishu. And what ATMIS has been done, we are using one of our FOB, which is the biggest FOB in Maslah. Recently, we handed it over to the Minister of Defense. We organized a big ceremony to hand over as the first step of the transferring of our responsibility to the FGS. So the State Minister of Defense was there. This used to be the biggest hub of ATMIS. So this FOB will be able to accommodate as much as possible among those people who have been trained recently in Eritrea. ATMIS, not only here in Mogadishu, but in all federal member states, is continuing to provide security and protection of civilians. In terms of patrolling, we are organizing a long-range patrol, short-range patrol, and also the police are providing a capacity building. Recently, in terms of politics, we are supporting the ongoing process of national reconciliation, and whatever political activity taking place here. So ATMIS, among the rest of the international community, we are supporting all those activities. Among them, the NCC. I think this is the best way to bring people together among the authority. And this is something we as international community, we are commending. The President Hassan Sheikh says he came, he said that one of his priority, the reconciliation, national reconciliation, by bringing all presidents of federal member state together. So we observe the first NCC, the second, the third, and I'm told that in February there's going to be another round of the NCC. This is a big progress, and this is a strong message the President is sending to the international community. That's why recently, if you follow, we issue a statement, and that is a statement highlighted the efforts by Somalis leaders to advance priorities on peace building and state building, including the regular meeting of NCC. and we welcome the constitutional review process, federal resources and power sharing and reconciliation. Talking about reconciliation, all of us, we know that the president, as it has been highlighted, went to Baidoa recently to launch the dialogue, national dialogue. We know that many people among the principals from the office of the president, from the office of the prime minister, the speaker himself was very active and proactive, and ATMIS play an important role to encourage the president of Southwest to be open-minded and welcome everybody, including the elders, the religious leaders, the traditional leaders, the youth, the women, and the opposition. We met with him, and we met also with the opposition leaders. They had a couple of concerns which we address them, including the security. So ATMIS is in charge of the security of this ongoing process in Baidoa, including the security and the protection of those leaders who move from here to Baidoa. Recently, we met with a huge number of journalists, and I can see that some of them, they are here today to discuss issues related to the mandate of ATMIS, but also to see how we can further collaborate and work closely with you as a journalist. Among the points raised there, if we could facilitate the journalists to go into the field and visit some of the liberated area, and we are willing to do that. We will discuss through the coordination of the ministry here. And but on top of that, also we are willing to take a couple of journalists, so then they will spend 1 or 2 days there on the ground and see how we are conducting our own operation, starting from the preparation and going to the field, so then they can see how we interact with the people and how we protect the people over there. I take this opportunity to condemn the attack yesterday and 2 days ago here in Mogadishu, mainly that around the office of the mayor of Mogadishu. This is not the best way to address issues, and we believe that all issues, all concerns should be addressed through dialogue. This doesn't have anything to do with your culture, your civilization, your religion, and the international law. Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
ka farxi ehelkaaga asxaabtaada iyo qaraabadaada oo la soo deg abka dahabshiil si aad si fudud lacag ugu dirto. marka aad la soo degto applicationka dahabshiil ee aad lacag ka dirayso, isticmaal koodhka khidmad la'aanta ee free oo kuu sahlaya in 3 jeer ee ugu horreeya ee aad lacag dirayso aan wax khidmad ah lagaa qaadin. dahabshiil, hawl fudaydiyahaaga maaliyadeed.